Hello everyone. So in the previous class of module 3 we have discussed about the filtration, theory of filtration and mechanism of filtration, four types of mechanism of filtration. Okay. So and in this class we'll study about the rapid sand filtration, its construction and its cleaning. Okay, I'll just run through the slides. That is just a quick recap. Filtration, definition of the filtration, four mechanisms, that is mechanical straining, sedimentation, biological metabolism and electrolytic action. Okay, and we have seen in detail that how the filtration occurs through all these mechanisms and the types of filter, introduction and the properties of the filter media, that is what should be the properties of sand and what should be the properties of the gravel, that is base material, and the construction of the slow sand filter, its different layers and type and specification of the sand and the base material thicknesses and under drainage system. And this is the diagram of the slow sand filter, and also we saw the working of slow sand filter and its performance and ultimately the cleaning of the slow sand filter. Okay, so before that, proceeding to the rapid sand filter, we will see a small video clip, and thanks to this American Water College for preparing this video. Here you can see the slow sand filter consisting of three different layers, that is the top layer where the water is allowed to stand here, and this is the fine sand and this is the gravel, and it may contain the under drainage system. In the absence of under drainage system, the water is sent to the clear water tank and then to the distribution under drainage system. Okay, so here this is the filtration system wherein the under drainage system is located next after the clear water tank, or else you can also locate the under drainage system below this gravel layer. Okay, so this is the raw water inlet, that is valve V1, and this is called as outlet, that is valve V2. Okay, here that is the waste is cleaned after every 2 to 3 days, and this is the inlet, this is the outlet valve here. Okay, sorry, this is the waste cleaning valve which is present at the bottom, and this is the formation of the schmutzdecke, that is the, it is also called as dirty skin layer. Okay, so it usually gets formed after the 3 to 4 days of filter operation. Okay, see, this is the layer of the sand, and after the treatment of water, the treated water is let into this clear well, and from there it is taken to the distribution network, maybe with the help of under drainage system. Then the water travels to the next subsequent treatment unit, that is the disinfection. As you can see here, the rate of filtration is relatively very less, in the order of 100 to 200 liter per meter square per day of a filtration area. Okay, so now we'll move on to rapid sand filter. Okay, and then we also saw the cleaning of slow sand filter, that is it contains just valve V1 and V2. Thereby plugging in the V2 valve, we will clean the sand by raking up the top layers of the sand. Then we'll put the new layer of the sand on the top layers. Okay, so next is the rapid sand filter. Okay, so in comparison with slow sand filter, here in this type the rate of filtration is relatively high, that is it will be in the order of 3000 to 6000 liters per minute per meter square of filter area. Okay, so earlier in slow sand filter the rate was in the order of 100 to 200 liters per minute per meter square. Okay, and also here the period of cleaning is low, that is 2 to 3 days. Sometimes if the water is very high in turbidity, the filter is cleaned once in a day or also twice in a day, that is cleaning in the sense the backwashing process. Okay, but comparatively it is relatively less efficient in removing the bacteria. Okay, so note the difference between the slow sand and the rapid sand filter. In earlier case, the slow sand filter was able to remove up to 95 to 99% of the bacteria and viruses. Okay, but the slow sand filter was not good in removal of the color. Here it is also good in removing the color, odor and also turbidity. Okay, hence in comparison with slow sand filter, it is relatively efficient filter system. Okay, sometimes it is also called as double filtration. Okay, that is, if you provide the rapid sand filter after a slow sand filter, then we can call it as double filtration. Then coming to construction of rapid sand filter, it also consists of a rectangular enclosure tank with a depth of around 2.5 to 3.5 meter and the surface area of it being up to 20 to 50 meters square, and the beds are usually arranged in series, that is 6 beds or 8 beds depending upon the type of the design, and usually the length to width ratio of the bed will be 1.25 to 1.35, and the sand media consists of 60 to 90 centimeter thickness of depth which is placed over a gravel support below, and here the effective size of the sand should be in the range of 0.36 to 0.6 mm. Okay, similarly, unlike the base material, that is gravel, in slow sand filter, here also we will provide the base material as the gravel ranging from 45 to 60 centimeter in total thickness with different layers as specified here, that is 15 centimeter each of different layers of gradation. Okay, so unlike slow sand filter, here also the sand and gravel should be free from silt and other organic matter, dust and clay. Okay, because if silt and organic matters are already present in the sand, then it reduces the filter efficiency by blocking the grains of the sand, and also it itself will act as a impurity. That's why it should be free from all these materials. Okay, then comes the under drainage system, which is located beneath the gravel support or base layer. Okay, here the collected filter water is uniformly distributed over the gravel bed, and the under drainage system collect the water and sends to the next treatment unit. So based on the types, it is classified into 5 different types, that is perforated pipe system. So under drainage system consists of the perforated pipes of lateral pipes located beneath the layer of the base layer. Then it can also have the pipe and strainer system, Wheeler system, Leopold system and Wagner system. Okay, so any one type of this can be preferred, but in most of the treatment plants I have seen the perforated pipe system as a under drainage system. Okay, so the perforated pipe system and pipe strainer system consist of the central manifold drain, that is the central drain located in the center of the filter, and it consists of the laterals, which is made up of cast iron pipes, and it is perforated on the bottom sides. Then laterals are supported on the concrete blocks, okay, 4 cm above the filter bottom, which is placed at a distance of 150 mm to 300 mm from each other, that is these lateral drains. Okay, and there will be only one central manifold drain to which the laterals are connected on both the sides beneath the layer of the filter system. Okay, so here pipe and strainer system, instead of drilling the holes into pipe, the pipe strainers are fixed and pipe is made up of a bronze or a brass. So instead of perforations, if it is added with a strainer, then it is called as a pipe and strainer system. Okay, then the different appurtenances, we have something called as washed water trough. Okay, I will show you in the diagram what the washed water trough is. So here these washed water troughs are provided at the top to collect the backwash water. That is, this filter requires frequent cleaning, like in the order of 1:3 days, that is depending upon the type of effluent water quality. So we do frequent backwashing. When you do the backwashing, the sand bed will expand and the water will overflow from the sand bed filter, and it has to be taken out. And to take out that water, we design this something called as troughs, which are made up of cast iron or RCC across the width or length of the filter tanks. Okay, I'll show you what it is in the diagram so that you'll come to know, and also during the backwashing process, so what is the job of these troughs. Okay, so bottom of this trough is kept above top of extended sand level to prevent possibility of loss of sand during backwashing. Okay, and bottom of the trough should be at least 5 cm above top level of the sand. Okay, and spacing of wash water trough will be in the order of 1.5 to 2 meter. All water delivered to the troughs must be carried with a freeboard of 6 to 8 centimeter. Okay, then it also has air compressors. During backwashing, the sand is agitated by water jets. Okay, mechanical rakes are compressed air. When air is used, then we need to use the air compressor. That is, during backwashing, before letting the water into the filter for the backwashing process, we'll use the compressed air, so that to clean the sand during the backwashing process. Okay, so I'll show you during the backwashing all these appurtenances, so that you will come to know its location and uses. Then working of rapid sand filter. So unlike slow sand filter, the rapid sand filters has 6 different types of walls. In slow sand filter, we saw only wall V1 and V2, that is inlet wall and outlet wall, and a small wall at the bottom to clean the sand bed or the filter media when needed. Okay, and here the slow rapid sand filter consists of 6 different types of wall. That is, V1 is called as inlet wall, V2 is called as filter water storage tank wall, V3 wash water wall to drain the water from inlet chamber, V4 wash water storage tank wall, then V5 wash water wall to drain the water from main drain, and V6 is the compressed air wall. Okay, so during normal working conditions, only V1 and V2 are open. The rest of the walls are closed. Okay, unlike slow sand filter, V1 is the inlet wall and V2 is the outlet wall. Water comes in from the inlet, gets treated in the filter system, and then goes out from wall V2. Okay, so wall V1 is open. Water after sedimentation and coagulation enters the filter. That is, after the clarification process, water will let into the filter system. After filtration, the water enters the main drain through the laterals, and it comes out and it goes for the next treatment unit, that is disinfection. Okay, see, this is the cross section of a rapid sand filter. Okay, so here you can see the location of the walls, and it is numbered here. This is wall V1, and this is wall V2, this is wall V3, this is wall V4, this is wall V5, and this is wall V6. Okay, so we will see the functions of each walls during the cleaning of the backwashing of the filter. Okay, so here it is a inlet chamber wherein the water is let inside through this inlet. After passing the water through the process of coagulation or clarifloculation, okay, the water enters into this inlet chamber, and then through this the water will enter into the filtration system. Okay, so this is the level of the water during the backwashing, and this is the layer of the sand, and below this you will have the gravel, and below the gravel you can see the round color cross section here, those are called as lateral drains. These lateral drains have perforations, and all these lateral drains will discharge the treated or filtered water into this central main drain, through which the water is taken out and it is stored in the filtered water storage tank. Okay, raw water center through this wall, and through this outlet wall, that is V2, through this drain or manifold, which is collected in the filter water storage tank and sent for the next treatment unit. So this was I was telling about. These are called as wash water troughs. Okay, so these are meant for taking out the backwashed water and putting it out. Okay, so through this washed water drain, that means when we do the backwashing from the by opening this wash water storage wall and this air compression wall, the water will flow from the bottom. Okay, so that the dirty water comes in by cleaning all this gravel and sand medium, and the water is allowed to fall into these troughs. Okay, and that water is taken out through this washed water valve. Okay, and this is the air compressor valve, that is air compression unit along with its valve, so that this is used to pack for the backwashing process to clean the materials entrapped in the or impurities entrapped in the sand and base material. And this is the clear water or wash water storage tank, so that the water is needed for backwashing process. By opening this valve V4 during the backwashing process, we will allow the water to enter from the bottom. Okay, see, now this is very important while cleaning operation. So which valves are open and which valves are closed, it should be carefully noted here. Okay, see, like I was telling, there are in the earlier slide the different locations of the 6 types of valves in a rapid sand filter. Okay, so during normal operations of the filter, the water will be allowed through valve V1, and the treated water will be taken out through this central manifold by opening the valve V2. Only valve V1 and V2 will be open during the normal cycle of operation, that is during the treatment of water using filtration method. Okay, now while cleaning, we have to first close valve V1 and V2. Okay, so this V1 and V2 valve is closed. If you close these two valves, then there won't be entry of the water into the system. Okay, next, in the next step, the valve V4 and V6 are open. So here, as you can see, this is the valve V4 and V6. Okay, so V6 is the valve which is used to pass the air through the bed of the filter media, and V4. So initially we will first, before open the air valve, before letting the backwash water in for few minutes. Okay, then we'll close the valve V6 and open V3 valve to allow wash water to come out via inlet chamber to wash water drain. Okay, so here you can see the valve here, the V6 and V3 valve is open, that is air is blown with some pressure here, and if you blow the air and water from this backwash water, the backwash water will be collected in the troughs. Okay, and it will come out through this area here, and it will come out into this, it will be collected into this washed water drain. Okay, if you open the valve V3 here. Okay, so here you can see the valve V3, the water after backwashing will be collected into this washed water drain through this valve V3. Okay, after this is over, we will close the valve V3 and V4. Okay, that means if you close the V4 valve, then there won't be entry of the backwash water. Okay, and we'll also, after draining all the water, we'll also close the valve V3. Okay, then immediately then we'll open the valve V1 and V5, that is we'll allow the water inside, and we'll also open the valve V5, that is again the filter will come in the normal cycle of operation after backwashing process. Okay, immediately after cleaning, the water may not be properly filtered. Okay, so this is done for few minutes so that the water will not enter the next this clean water tank, and the water will enter for few minutes into this wash water tank. Okay, so now we will close the valve V5 and we will open the valve V2 so that the filter again comes back to normal cycle of operation. Okay, so that is when we allow the water from the inlet, V2 should be opened for the normal cycle of operations. Here what we do is immediately we will not open V2, instead we will open V5 so that if the water enters, if there are any certain impurities, then it will be cleaned in the filter media, then water is allowed to the washed water tank. So then we will close this valve and again the cycle comes back to normal position, that is inlet and outlet. So inlet, from this inlet valve, and treated water enters this filter media through this sand and drainage system, then to laterals, then to the central manifold and the treated water. Okay, see this usually it will be asked for in the examination, that is what is explain the process of backwashing. Okay, I hope you have understood it clearly. Okay, with the different types of valve. Then loss of head or negative head. Okay, so this is important here. That means in the normal cycle of operation, when the filter bed is normal and it is not much clogged with the impurities, there won't be much head loss. Okay, in that case the filter is working fine. Okay, so during the passage of time, what happens, the filter media will be clogged with the impurities, thereby the rate of filtration reduce or it slows down. Okay, then there will be loss in the filter head. Okay, so and this signifies that there is a need for cleaning of the filter. So that is why in the beginning I told you that there is no fixed interval for backwashing. That means it ranges from 1 to 5 days. That means sometimes we may have to backwash this twice in a day if the loss of filter head is more. It depends on the incoming water quality. Sometimes the water may be very clear, then it may require backwashing once in a day. Sometimes the water may be very clear, then the backwashing can be done once in 2 or 3 days. Okay, then performance of rapid sand filter. Okay, so like I told you, the turbidity will be reduced here greatly from 30 to 40 ppm up to 1 ppm. Okay, and it also removes color well. It also removes the odor and some iron content also, and it is little bit decrease. It has shown decreased efficiency in the removal of this manganese and taste removal, and it is also having less efficiency in the removal of bacteria. Okay, so I was telling about this double filtration. That means in some cases the water is sent to rapid sand filters and then to slow sand filters. Okay, so this combination is called as double filtration. That means to make it more efficient, this system can be proposed, but it becomes uneconomical as it involves both the systems. Okay, and when this combination is used, the rapid sand filters in this setup is called roughening filter. Okay, so that means if you do the double filtration process in that setup, the rapid sand filter is also referred as the roughening filter. Okay, please note these terms. Sometimes for your examination you should be aware of these terms, what is meant by double filtration and what is meant by the roughening filter. Okay, see, that's all for today. The rapid sand filters are very common nowadays in most of the large community water treatment plants. Okay, And before ending the lecture, let us see the process of backwashing in a rapid sand filter. Okay, and before that I want to show a small clip of the rapid sand filter. Okay, so here you can see the valve V1, this valve V2, that is outlet valve, this is valve V3, and you may also have one more valve here, that is V4. Okay, that is backwash water valve, and you have the valve V5. Okay, so here water is allowed here in the inlet chamber, and these are the troughs. Then water is allowed to stand here. Okay, this is the level of the water. Okay, as you can see here, there is no formation of the dirty skin layer, unlike the slow sand filter, because the rate of filtration is very fast. And this is the sand, and this is the valve V2 through which the central manifold here, that is this the under drainage system with the lateral drains with the perforated pipes here. Then treated water is taken, and it is taken to the next level of the treatment here. Okay, then let us see the backwashing process. Okay, see, these are the wash water troughs, and these are the beds of the filters, that is the individual filter beds. It is arranged in the set of 4 or 8 beds in a system. Okay, and these are the troughs. Okay, now let us see the water during backwashing process. Here what is happening, the valve V1 is closed and water is not allowed to enter into the filter. Okay, here as you can see, the water bubbling out, that is along with the combination of the air, that is valve V3 and V4 are opened, so that the compressed air is blown from the bottom. Okay, and the water is flowing into wash water troughs, and it is being collected into this area, so that this water is taken out and let into the washed water collecting tank. Okay, see the dirty water during backwashing process. Okay, now slowly what happens when all the impurities are backwashed, that is all the trapped material is cleaned due to the backwashing process with the help of compressed air and water, then you can see the clarity in the water. Okay, see the dirty water goes, and you will see a clear water by when all the impurities are removed. And these are wash water troughs, and this wash water, this water is collected and it is taken out from the wash water tank by opening the valve V5. Okay, see now you can see the increased quality of the water, and these are the filter beds located, that is this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 beds here. Okay, and after the backwashing process, the valve V4 is closed. Okay, and again the valve V1 is opened, and the filter is put into normal cycle of operation. When valve V1 is closed, and all the dirty water will go out. Okay, so I hope you have understood the backwashing process. Okay, in the next class we will see about the treasure